Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast, episode 31. Here we review movies, anime, other forms of TV shows. This week we're going with Spider Man Far From Home and wrapping up our little Marvel marathon. Jack, how was your week been?
Yay.
Also,
We
we're
did it.
recording late. Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, I mean, we are recording late, but the way
Oh,
I
I thought you were
upload,
clapping
nobody will
about,
ever
like,
notice.
oh, yay, we finally started recording. 2
Oh,
days
no, no,
later, yay.
no. I mean, nobody will ever know that
Well,
just
except
because the
for
way I've been uploading now.
the avid YouTubers will, but it's fine.
Oh, yeah, the YouTubers I forgot about. I continuously forget about
They will
YouTube, but
live, okay?
yeah,
It'll be
they'll be
fine.
all right.
Honestly.
But
We have
yeah,
lives. College is ending. Yeah.
college is ending.
Yeah. All of college forever. No more.
It's all gone.
It's all gone. I I should save this for movie news, but I'm going to say it now because I literally saw it about
Okay.
5 seconds before starting the record. Vin
Okay.
Diesel is starring in a
Uh-oh.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie.
He'll take fucking anything
He'll
now.
take
That's
fucking
so funny.
anything. That is the goofiest thing I've ever heard. Like, what? Why?
That is
Why movie?
really
You know,
goofy.
why movie? Oh, also for the people who are interested, I finished editing my rough cut for my final video project. I know, I'm very excited. I think it is the funniest shit I've ever made in my entire life, at least in my opinion. I will probably, God bless you.
And Zach's a very funny man.
I am I'm so funny. Oh my.
Just all the time. It hurts to be this funny.
You know, your sarcasm is really it hits deeper than you think it does.
Yeah, it digs deep.
It really digs deep. I am crying. And it's all because you.
Sorry.
Whatever.
I'm very sorry.
Can we get into the movie now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. This was your first time watching it, correct?
Yeah, and it's really very difficult to watch, I found.
What?
Because I don't want to buy the movie, especially just because I don't know
I
if
thought
I'm
you
gonna
meant
like it or not.
like sitting through it was difficult.
No, I thought the movie was fine. I didn't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I don't think I liked it as much as Far From Home. Or not Far From Home. Homecoming.
Yeah.
I think just because Homecoming was what it was, and it was like a new Spider-Man movie, and that was a lot of what carried me through it.
Yeah. It has such a different feel from all the other Marvel movies because of.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, both of these films heavily, in my opinion, because of like.
And I like the plot of this one more.
I like it too. I think that they knew that everyone knew that no one cared about the twist because everyone knew it. So like, I feel like they just.
I like the way you worded that.
I also did too. I had to pause and think about it. And be like, what the fuck did I just say? Dude, it's been like I haven't. This last week is the last week before finals. So the only homework I have this week is to study. So I haven't been doing anything, and my brain has just been turned off for like the last 4 days. I'm so sorry about that.
I kind of understand that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we love oh my god, I almost said high school, but no. What was I saying about this movie? Oh yeah, they didn't go like full on into the elemental thing, and I think that was like good because they were able to focus more on building Mysterio up and making his twist seem more realistic and interesting. And I thought that was really cool. I also like the way that they made Mysterio in this like realistic-ish world. It's really hard to say that nowadays whenever like how grand the Marvel universe is, but it used to be what if superheroes were in the real world, you know? So like they kind of did that with this and it was really enjoyable. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I mean I definitely had fun with it. I don't know. I think the only problem that separated it was the fact that it wasn't Homecoming in the way that it was the first Spider-Man movie in however many years. But I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors.
Did
so it was
you know
really
that he was supposed to be Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2?
What?
Yeah, Tobey Maguire like broke his back and wasn't gonna return unless they like paid him a lot of money, and they were like, oh okay, we hated working with you on set anyway, so like get Gyllenhaal in, and then Tobey Maguire was like, no wait, no, I can come back, and then if you I I want you to remember this for whenever we watch Spider-Man 2 because they made a ginormous joke related to Tobey Maguire's like back injury in the movie, and it once you notice it, you'll be like, "Holy shit, that's fucking funny." I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but whenever we watch that movie, eventually, whenever we do, I want you to remember what I just said right now. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Keep it in the back of my
Keep it in
mind.
the back of your mind, and you're gonna laugh, like at least a little, like, haha, you know?
You're gonna laugh.
You're gonna laugh like a lot. Okay?
Okay.
All right. The reason why this movie is very hard to find is because it isn't owned by Disney. It's owned by Sony because of the deal that Spider-Man has.
Oh.
Recently,
Okay.
within the last week, actually, we found out where the Sony movies are going, and thank God it's Netflix. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, and I'm very happy
Okay, well,
about
that's
that.
kinda sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm happy
I
about
was
that
actually
specifically
about to
because
go
of
to Redbox.
you were gonna
Well, now we're
you were
just
gonna
talking over
go
each
to
other. Oh my
Redbox,
god.
dude.
Yes,
I haven't
I
been to
was like
Redbox in like fucking forever.
I know, dude. I told my mom, I was like, "I'm trying to watch this movie, but it's not for rent anywhere." And I don't really feel like, I don't know,
Going through the
fucking
effort of getting a
whatever.
virus,
Oh,
you know?
and buying the movie, I
Yeah,
just don't
that
wanna buy
too.
the movie, but,
Yeah, yeah.
she was like, "Well, why don't you just go to Redbox?" And I was like, "Well, because it's Redbox." But I almost did. I went to Walgreens. I was, like, doing homework late last night, so I had to get
Yeah.
Red Bull, and I'm gonna be
Okay.
camping, so I wanted to wake up early and have an energy drink ready,
Yeah.
and, I went and I just totally it left my mind as Redbox does with everybody else in the world,
Honestly.
so I didn't get the, Redbox experience with this, but, I was close.
How did you end up watching it?
Uh, Certain methods
Was
that
it
may
was
have or may not have been previously mentioned
Oh, okay, word. Uh, you could say that you pirated
for
it.
legal
You just
reasons.
can't say the website because technically we're not breaking the law, only they are. Um, this
Oh,
is
interesting. Okay.
this is Sony's best-selling film of all time with a budget of $160 million. It made
That's not bad.
$1.132 billion.
Oh my god.
I know
What?
this was
That's
a moneymaker.
crazy.
Yeah, the major. This is gonna sound crazy, and I thought it was crazy because of the fact that one, you never saw this in theaters, and two, I guess you just never heard anyone talk about the movie. But you were the first person to tell me that they didn't absolutely fucking love this film. The majority of people that went to theaters and came out believed that it was the best Marvel movie.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm not even kidding on that.
Alright, sorry my laptop wasn't plugged in.
You're
Now we're alright.
completely fine.
That is crazy though. I mean,
I think it's
I liked it.
awesome.
I don't know.
I
I
love the
guess
way
it
that
is.
they blend him into being the next Iron Man. You know, it's like really, really
Yeah.
well done. I hate the blip. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Like, why not just call it the snap? That's what everyone already was calling it. You didn't need to give it a name. It had a name.
Yeah, that is kinda a little silly.
It's so stupid. I'm fine with them making it a joke because like this is like the epilogue. It's supposed to be like the happy ender to season 1 of the Marvel universe. But like,
Yeah.
stupid name. I hate that.
Jeez, that's crazy to think that everything we just watched well, I mean, unofficially titled season 1, you know?
Austin, my brother gets so mad at me whenever I call the Marvel Universe a TV show. He goes, "It's still movies," and I'm like, "I'm just joking, Austin." It's
Yeah,
so
right.
funny.
It's not that deep,
It's
but alright.
basically a TV show. Like, come on, like, y it a movie is something you could probably watch by itself. There's not a singular fucking chance in this universe that if you didn't know any of the other movies, you'd understand it. Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, exactly. I
They're
mean, or
it's
at least
basically a TV show.
understand enough of it to have fun with it.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Uh, Tom Holland and Zendaya are fucking so amazing. Like they do such a good job of being incredibly awkward, and they like
Yeah.
the part that makes Tom Holland above the other different Spider-Man is because of how awkward he is as Peter Parker. Like the other two guys did a pretty decent job of being Spider-Man themselves, but Tom Holland nails fucking Peter Parker with the goofy attitude. Like you could believe he's in high school even though he's like 27 or something.
Yeah. And he's,
Not
like he's good with quick jokes
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
wit and all that.
Yeah, and he's just a nice kid. And God, you did not believe that. Tobey Maguire was in high school in the slightest.
Yeah,
That is my favorite
yeah,
part
this
about that first
35-year-old
movie.
man.
Yeah. It's so funny looking at like they're like quote unquote class in the first movie, and all of them are like 40 years old, and then you look at the teacher and he's like probably younger than them, and it is the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. You gotta at some point, suspension of disbelief is,
Well, that's what like
a
most
little
movies were
hard.
back then, but I kind of like I think that Raimi was going for something like that because his Spider-Man movies are a lot more campy than these ones. Like the Green Goblin throws a grenade and it just turns people to skeletons. So it's just I think it's kind of intended for you to look back and be like, haha, that teacher is younger than the students.
Yeah, yeah, like,
Yeah.
I kinda understand that.
You
Now that
watch
you point out the Green Goblin thing, I didn't think about that before.
Yeah, it's also been a really long time since like majority of people our age have seen these films.
Yeah.
Like when was the last time you watched it?
No,
Long silence.
a long time. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, I watched the second one like 3 years ago. Other than that, no, it's been a while. Um, you watched the end credit scenes, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay, what did you think of them?
Um, I thought it was, well, the one where, spoiler alert, fucking Spider-Man gets revealed. I thought that was kinda, I don't know, I thought it was interesting,
I
but I
think
thought it was definitely, like, a little out there, and
out
the
there,
way they did
really?
it was kinda silly.
Yeah, because
I
like
don't know,
on a
really.
rewatch of that movie, whenever you hear him say "execute them all," like whenever that scene is
Yeah,
actually happening, it's just like why would he say that? On the first
yeah,
viewing,
and
you're
the
just
fact
like
that
fine with it because you're not thinking about it. But like, why would he say execute? Like it's like just so goofy. You're
yeah,
like, yeah,
and the
do it.
way what's his face is like, and, Mysterio, who is, of course, the greatest superhero of all time. Like, you're like, "What is
I
happening?"
actually
It's
kind of
just
like that. I
I don't
actually
know.
really that end credit scene is arguably, in my opinion, the best end credit scene in the MCU. I'd say the only one that like competes with it is probably the one from Ant-Man and the Wasp where Ant-Man's family dies. But I feel like that kind of needed to be in the movie, so I always
Yeah.
count that as in the
Well,
movie.
I liked it. I think I didn't explain it well enough. I loved it. I did
Yeah,
like it a lot,
I was pogging whenever I
mostly
saw
for
fucking
what
J.K.
happened
Simmons
in it.
come back with J. Jonah
Yeah, that
Jameson.
was
That
sick.
made me so fucking excited the first time I saw that because I was like, oh my god, it's him, it's the man,
Yeah.
it's the guy.
It is
I want
really
pictures of Spider Man.
yeah. The substance was there, and it was really interesting the way
Yeah,
they played it out. I just,
it was a
you
little
know,
campy. Yeah,
it was a little camping, but,
yeah, I can
I
agree
can
with
look
you there.
past it,
I don't think Beck's dead. I think Mysterio is still alive, just like the guy who is Mysterio, like the what's the name for it? The head piece? No, that's wrong. I don't know.
Oh,
But
like the mantle
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because even if the character of Beck himself is actually dead, there still is like the entire crew that makes that. So he could come back easily. But I
Yeah.
also don't think he died because his entire thing is tricks. And they had Edith say there's no illusion here, or oh, no, she said all illusions are down. But that still does not mean what Peter was saying was like the real deal, you know? And
Yeah.
I think they purposely made it vague in case they wanted to ever bring it back in the future, which is very likely, most likely, because Sony likes to do shit. They just kind of do it, you know.
They
You,
just like to do
have
shit.
you seen the fuck it's called Morpheus the Living Vampire trailer with Jared Leto?
Um, no. I don't think
Okay,
so.
well that's a movie coming out in the Tom Hardy Venom universe, but like they also put the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming in it because the lady who like owns Sony is like, I want this to be a part of Marvel, and like Kevin Feige is like, I didn't agree to this. Where does this fit in the timeline? And she's like, I want this in Marvel. So they just like it's a really gross, uncomfortable mix, and if that like kind of stays in the movie, it'll be really weird. But I also don't
Yeah.
think that Sony's ever gonna take that out because I guess their end game is to just work with Marvel. But like, why would they do that? I mean, why would Marvel be okay with that? You know? because
Yeah,
that's just
right.
continuously sharing money. It's
Mm.
whatever.
Hmm.
Oh. I very much liked the end bit at the end of the movie where he was swinging through the city. It was fucking awesome, you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't get that in the first movie very much, and in this movie it was like so awesome because it gave me like Spider-Man PS4 flashbacks, specifically whenever that he like
Yeah.
did that selfie because that was taken directly from the game. It was in a cutscene.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, that
cool
was
stuff
kinda
though.
sweet.
Um, the best scene in the movie, in my opinion, is the one where he's like on the bridge and he's using his spider sense and like Mysterio's trying to do that little mind control thing to him, but he just kind of like kicks the shit out of all the robots with his eyes closed. That shit was so
Oh, yeah,
cool.
that was pretty badass.
Yeah, and then also that the like actual Mysterio scene, like I remember being in theaters and I was like physically excited whenever Mysterio is using his like actual illusions against Peter in that abandoned warehouse because it was like so fucking cool. Because initially I was really disappointed that Mysterio was like a band of people and not just a guy with illusion powers. Because I was like, oh, so we're not gonna see Mysterio like mentally fuck with Peter, and then that happened, and I was like, "Holy fucking shit, let's go!" I was so excited. It was so fun. So you know that scene where Happy goes to pick up Peter in the flower field?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
All
Okay.
of those flowers are CGI.
Really?
Every single one, yeah, because they didn't want to destroy the flowers. Also, I don't even think that was a real jet. No, that jet was fake, but they still had like wind there. You know?
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
crazy,
I
that's
know, right?
impressive.
In this
I didn't
movie,
even realize. I didn't even
like
think about that.
keep in mind the budget is like not that high for a
Yeah.
really crazy Marvel movie. And I whenever I was doing research for this movie, I was legitimately surprised whenever I saw how much money it took to make the movie because
That's what I was thinking
I
when
know,
you
right?
said that, that sounded pretty low.
Yeah, because this movie is incredibly cinematic. Like specifically that end bit, and then no, all like I literally cannot think of like one of the important scenes in the movie that wasn't very technically advanced, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I
right, that
it,
didn't require, you know,
yeah, it's
the
it's
Marvel
surprising that
movie
it's that
magic.
low. Crazy though that they
Hmm.
made that much money off of it. Like I never expected this. Who knew that they did? Not Disney. Marvel was going to release $2 billion movies right in a row. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
That's great for Sony too.
Oh, I know, right?
The fact that
Honestly,
they managed to pick that one up.
the fact that they managed to make a good movie, they probably were like putting their hands in the money and being like, why did it take so long?
Yeah, right.
No, Spider-Man Far From Home. No, Spider-Man Homecoming did pretty good too, and I believe that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the best like movie ever made. It's not like my favorite movie, but I think it's technically the best movie ever made, in my opinion. We can watch
Yeah.
that on the podcast eventually. We'll talk about it. So that's a pretty big W for Sony. I really hope the second one is an absolute dog. I'll cry.
I would be surprised if it was bad. Seeing as how this one turned out and what they
Yeah,
managed to do with how much money they had, I would
but
be, you know,
you know
at
how
least a
these
little
companies are.
surprised.
This is my
Yeah,
theory
sure.
for what it's gonna happen. Okay, they probably never planned to make a sequel. Sony was like, make a sequel, and they were like, I don't know how to do that, and they were like, do it anyway. But now you have like half the time to do it because we want it out fast because people like it.
Oh, I see.
I
Yeah.
will. I I guess I'm very not optimistic, but I also this has happened many times, so I I would be surprised if they actually made the right choice here. It's
Mm.
whatever though.
Yeah.
I like the little Captain America callback, not flashback. Whenever Peter walked out onto the bridge and he was like holding the bridge tower thing as a shield, and he was spinning the little robot. You'll see it if you ever watch the movie again. You being not a like super Marvel fan, I guarantee you. But I bet you didn't notice, unless you did.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, the more silence I heard, the more confident I was that you just didn't hear, and I was like, you know what? That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I can't catch it all.
No, I
That
know that.
I'm
Yeah, I
still
wasn't
blown
telling
away
you,
by
dude.
that
I was
flowers
so
thing.
proud of myself today. I hope you know, like my very cool, lame way of watching movies where I like look for everything came in clutch today because we were in my camera studio class. We were looking through all of our rough cuts for our final project, and one
Mm.
of the people did like a newscast, and in like the background he made a graphic of like a red world glow like moving when it said like RMU news over top of it, and like
Yeah.
over the text where the world was at one point it like glitched out and said help me, I'm trapped in here, don't listen to anything he says, and then it went back to RMU news and no one noticed it because it was like very far in the background, and I noticed it and I was like, Josh, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, and everyone was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was really
The only
enjoyable.
real movie geek.
Everyone else in the class is just faking it.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not as good as me. It's okay.
Yes. No one will ever understand my movie
They
prowess.
will never understand. They cannot make it in this career because they don't have what it takes. They can't see what I see. That's whatever. I love how Flash gets bullied in this movie. I think it's kind of funny because he was like the bully, and then he just gets like fucking destroyed. He gets his balls tapped. His mom doesn't show up to pick him up, or something like that. Rip. Hate to see it. Oh,
Rip.
holy fuck! This is actually really cool. So that Instagram account that Flash had is a real Instagram account, and for a lot of like after this movie came out, I followed it. And then Sony and Marvel had their hiccup because this movie made $1 billion, and Sony was like, I don't like our last deal because we made like almost nothing from that. So they got into a fight in which Sony was like, all right, fuck you guys, I'm taking Spider-Man away and you guys are all fucked now. And then Tom Holland cried and called the head of Sony drunk and was like, please don't let this happen. So then Sony and Marvel got back together and they made a new deal. And how they announced that Spider-Man is back in the MCU after taking him back was through Flash's Instagram, and they posted a Instagram exclusive video of J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson talking about Spider-Man coming back. It was the coolest shit ever, and I remember being in Bed Bath & Beyond whenever I saw that, and I remember freaking out and then texting my brother. I don't remember. No, I do remember why I was in Bed Bath & Beyond, because my house gets really hot in the summer and I was buying a fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
That was a very long story for something that really didn't amount to anything. Whatever. You excited for Spider-Man 3? I am.
Yeah. I mean, as like you said, as long as they don't
Fuck it up.
fuck it up. But
I think, like, I have a really odd suspicion that they're just gonna completely ignore the fact that Peter's identity was given away. You know, because
yeah, that's kind of what I thought because that's like a big thing.
yeah, and that's what everyone thought when Aunt May found out that Peter was Spider-Man at the end of Homecoming, and then they kind of made it into a joke in this movie. I'm guessing that they're gonna do the same thing here, where they kind of just like, what? Okay, this is exactly what I'm thinking. They're gonna mention it at the beginning of the movie. Peter Parker's gonna be like freaking out, being his awkward little teen guy, and then Doctor Strange is gonna be like, "Yo, the multiverse is collapsing. I need your help." And then they go do their adventure, and then they come back at the end of the movie, and Peter Parker is standing somewhere, and they have one of the other Spider-Man come in and be like, "Yo, Peter Parker and Spider-Man can't be in the same room at the same time, so it can't be me." You know?
Oh, I see.
I will put actual money that they do that in that movie.
Huh.
Oh, and I don't know if you know this, but you know what? This could wait. This is a good transition in the movie news. Did you get everything out about this movie? Rate it from 1 to 10.
Yeah, we should rate it.
I give it an 8. I think it's very good.
Yeah, I'd say around there, probably a lower 7-ish.
Yeah, that's fair. Personally, I just like Spider-Man more, and also Jake
Right.
Gyllenhaal is fucking so good in this movie, and I don't really
Yeah, Jake
give a
Gyllenhaal did a
shit
good job.
about the Nick Fury Talos twist. I don't really care. He was such a dick to Peter throughout the entire movie for like literally no reason.
Yeah.
But transition time. Okay, Spider-Man 3. We have a confirmed casting of let me find his name, Alfred Molina, the guy who played Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2, and he is reprising his role as Doc Ock for Spider-Man 3. Are you excited? Because I
Sick.
am.
Yeah, that actually
Yeah,
is pretty sweet. I
I,
like that.
I really hope they do what they did for Spider-Man 2, and they had like his arms were practical. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they had four people in green screen outfits per arm. So there, like at all times, there was like 16 people around Alfred just controlling the arms. And then if you can Google it, it's actually really funny. There's a scene where Doc Ock drinks like tea, and his arm uses like his metal arm grabs the tea, and there's like 50 takes of him just spilling it out himself because it just keeps missing his mouth. It is so funny.
I need to look that up. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is actually really, really, really funny. Um, Biggest movie news, at least in my opinion, for this week, uh, the new trailer for Shang-Chi. Did you see it?
For what?
Shang-Chi, the new Marvel movie that's coming out September 9th.
No, I haven't
Really?
seen it.
It looks crazy.
No?
I think it has potential to be one of the good ones because it doesn't give off the Marvel vibe. It gives off a literally completely different vibe than any movie in the universe.
That's
so far.
interesting.
I know,
I
yeah.
don't know. I haven't heard anything about that.
Like usually I don't really care. Not that I don't care about Marvel movies because I'm super excited and I want to see everything from that. But like I'm not dying to see Black Widow. I'm not dying to see the Eternals movie. I wasn't dying to see Shang-Chi, and then I watched the trailer and I actually made me really interested in that movie. You know the
I'll have to look that up then.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I was gonna tell you a synopsis of the movie. I think it would be better if you went in blind.
Okay.
I think you'll like it. A less cool bit of news related to trailers that dropped this week. Fast and Furious 9 trailer dropped to
Hey. Hooray.
To okay success, where even now the Fast and Furious fans, the fans of the series, are like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
I mean that's kind of the Fast and Furious thing now. Like, I mean, everybody was always like in a, everybody the car thing. I am deeply inaugurated in the car fanhood
Yeah.
or whatever, but like, everybody, that's what made cars so
Cool.
big again was the
Yeah.
Fast and Furious series. But at the same time, there was always that like like you've been shifting you don't have 15 gears in your car. Like you're going this whole time. There's it's very unrealistic, but at the same time it was cool. But
dude, I'm not gonna lie to you.
if they don't go to
enjoy
space,
those
I'll be
movies.
mad.
They aren't
That's
going to
my
space
take.
in that movie, but
Well, then there's no point.
another bit of movie news related to that. No, it hurts. I don't want to say it. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid.
But I need to hear it.
Apparently, the Fast and Furious movies are the way that it was said. It was like it isn't not confirmed that Fast and Furious takes place in the Jurassic Park movie universe. And I was just like, what the fuck? And then the director for Fast and Furious, like the guy who like overviews all of it, he was like, honestly, I could see that happening in the future. And I was like, please no, please no.
Yes. There's only one other place for it to go, and it's to devolve into madness.
No.
Space, dinosaurs.
It is madness. Did you watch the trailer?
No.
Good. Everyone on the internet is like, that doesn't make sense. Shit doesn't happen like that. That's not how physics work. And I'm sitting here like 10 movies in because of Hobbs and Shaw. You notice this after 10 movies in.
Yeah,
that things stop making sense. The first movie is the only one.
This ninth movie is it's a normal enough Fast and Furious movie to make you like oh, it's his brother. This is like whatever, and then they fucking smack you upside the head with dinosaurs, and you're like what? And then it's gonna be that's what I want. I want dinosaurs or space. Oh, wait a second. Never mind. When I said I didn't see the trailer, I lied. I did see the trailer. It was like a YouTube ad. I was like, I can't skip this.
Yeah.
So
okay.
The only part I remember is the one dude like actively recognized that he's like, what? There's nothing we can't take. We fought a submarine now? We fought everything. And you're like,
yeah, you really did do everything, I guess.
Yeah. There's nothing else you
Dude,
can throw
freaking
at these
The
guys.
Rock held together like 20. He held up like 20 cars and a helicopter in Hobbs and Shaw, and we're supposed to believe that he's not like a superhuman. Like these guys
Yeah,
are like
exactly.
the most. Like they definitely have superpowers of some sort. Like if not super strength, like
Dude, it's that
Carfu.
family bond.
They have Carfu.
Yeah, Carfu.
Yeah. And honestly,
Yeah, dude.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't believe it. I cannot get into the Fast and Furious franchise specifically because of how not into Carfu I am. It just
Yeah.
isn't. And I'm not a big man for CGI, and I don't like a lot of Tokyo Drift because of the fact that they use CGI in a lot of the cars. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
ugh, this is just, ugh, whatever. But
Yeah.
the soundtrack for that movie is amazing. Like, just
That's
putting
good.
that out there.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they're gonna keep it normal enough this time that it's a normal plot. And then next movie, when you're not expecting it, they're gonna totally blindside you.
I will be so unhappy as if we go into this
So
movie expecting
happy.
it to be like normal, and then bam, there's Chris Pratt's character from Jurassic World.
Yeah. Well, Han's back. I don't know
Han?
if that means anything
I
to
don't
you.
know. That
Yeah,
does
Han
not
was one of
mean
the
anything
original
to me.
members.
I'm sorry. I just don't care.
No.
No, continue. I know you don't care about all of the Marvel movies, but I still.
No, I don't care about Fast and Furious either.
Okay, good.
I just know that Han is back. I don't know if that meant anything
But
to
we're
you.
gonna be reviewing them eventually on the podcast, right?
Yeah, we
like,
should.
We
That would be
definitely.
pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh my god, the torture that I would have to ensue during that. Oh, well, whatever. I actually think that the Transformer movies are going to be kind of fun because like we can at least make fun of them and like.
Transformers is fun. Yeah.
I agree. That post I sent you that was like, who was more inspirational, Captain America or Optimus Prime? And the guy was like, Optimus Prime had me motherfucking standing up in the theaters, excited to go to battle.
Yeah, dude, with that big ass sword. Yeah,
Dude, he's one of the best voices ever, like of all time. It's so good.
100%.
I'm excited to watch those movies specifically just to hear Optimus Prime speak, and the fact that I haven't ever seen the final one, and I heard that it's just so bad. Like I heard
I
it's
am
like
the
the worst
opposite.
one.
I am the opposite way, where I like I don't know. A lot of people are like, by the time things get ridiculous, they're out. That's the part where I'm in.
No,
like everything else is normal and boring. I want to see robot dinosaurs, night transformers. You know, I want to see that.
I'm being dead serious with you. In this case, I am 100% with you.
Yes.
Because like I actually don't. The first Transformers movie is the best movie out of them, but the most enjoyable one, I guarantee, will be the one that I haven't seen yet. Because like
Exactly.
I heard that it was filmed in IMAX and like whatever the normal generation is.
Yeah.
So like it just violently switches back and forth, and it's just super jarring. And wait, did you watch it? Have you seen the movie?
There's so many that I'm not like 100% sure, but
okay, that's fine.
So.
I was gonna ask you if you like felt like you were getting shot in the theaters from it going like because I saw a clip of it once where they're literally just sitting in a room talking, and it cuts from one character to another, and it just goes back and forth of IMAX to the full screen, to IMAX to full screen, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's great.
It reminded me of that in the movie Taken 3, Liam Neeson, they had him jump over a fence, but he's like 60.
Oh yeah, there's like 60 cuts.
There is 24 cuts in a 13-second clip. It is it is the most jarring thing ever.
Taken is another one. Taken is the opposite of Transformers, where Transformers got more and more ridiculous by the end, and I was more in it by the end because it was cool ridiculous. Like, it was stupid.
The plot of Taken. Just continue.
Yeah,
sorry.
The plot of Taken is all over the place. But Taken, the first two were all right, and then you get to Taken 6 and 7, I think, and
no, there's 3.
Oh, what? I thought there's 4.
No, but I kind of agree with you. The first movie is actually really good. The second two are not good at all.
Yeah,
they're just really not good. This is gonna ruin the movie for you, but in a way, I think it'll enhance it. Every single Transformers movie, like 1 through 5. There's 5.
I don't know, 57.
Okay, 1 through 1,872.
Yeah.
Every single one of them is bad Transformer comes to Earth and looks for an object that is special, and that's it. The first movie is like the Allspark, the box, and the next movie is like this little knife thing. The movie after that is like a pillar. The movie after that is like I don't even remember the fourth movie. That's fine. But in the movie after that is a staff or a sword or something like that.
Yeah.
But every single movie is the exact same model, and I think that's
And I
actually
feel
probably.
like
Sorry, continue.
no, I was gonna say I feel like you might be saying the same thing as me. By the end, I think you, in the back of your mind, you subconsciously start to like realize that, and then your mind suppresses it because you're like, shh, Transformers, and then you're like, okay,
No. Look at dude. I think it's also really funny how like they just. You know what? We could just stop. We could just talk about that whenever we get to the movie because like it's really funny. We'll
yeah,
do that
we are
later.
definitely
Yeah,
harping
we
a
are
lot on Transformers without actually seeing it.
1,000% watching those movies and reviewing them on
Yeah,
the
at
cast.
some point.
Yeah. So, HBO Max's Gotham PD, which is a spin-off TV series from Rob Battenbat's The Batman.
Yeah.
It takes place. Sorry, I'm reading off my phone here. It takes place before the movie, and the main character is Jeffrey Wright's James Gordon, which is probably going to be pretty interesting. I also
That's kind of cool.
yeah, I can't imagine it being too far different from the already Gotham PD show called Gotham. But
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
we'll see. This is huge news, by the way. The next thing I'm going to say. And I am both incredibly super excited for it, but also unbelievably terrified at the same time.
Yeah.
Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series. Have you heard anything about it?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
Really? Okay.
No.
I am incredibly excited for this because of the fact
That's
that Amazon is letting them do basically whatever they want. But I'm terrified for the exact same reason because within the last week, the show for the first season has raised its cost to $465 million for season 1. I'm gonna put this into perspective. Game of Thrones, roughly $100 million per season. This is almost 5 times that much per season.
Yeah.
That is
scary.
Wow. They will never make that back.
Yeah. And that's like a well-made show.
Yeah. So what the hell are they doing? Like, it kind of gives me hope, but then at the same time, I had the thought like, what if they just kind of fucked up and had to redo it, and that's why it's that much money? Because that's terrifying. But I am fucking so into Lord of the Rings. Like, I've read the books and watched all the movies numerous times. I whenever I heard this was coming out, I was very excited. Now, I'm pretty scared.
Yeah, I'm a little scared.
Yeah. Are you into Lord of the Rings? Oh yeah, you have a fucking sword. You have the
yeah. Sting in my fucking downstairs.
Yeah. Speaking of Game of Thrones, wow, that's a name that. Wow. Not gonna try that one. It's inside of the name. It has one of the mixed letters, like
Oof.
the A and the E together. Just not trying that. Not gonna do
scary.
that. But he was from Game of Thrones, and he's now in Aquaman too. You guys look up Game of Thrones actors and go through until you find the AE letter, and I guarantee that's the same guy. His first name begins with a
Can't
P.
be
It's
two.
like Pilu. Why am I the person that does the news? Because like, I am probably the most speech inadept, I guess, out of the two of us. So that's probably a bad idea. That was poorly planned. It's okay. We talked about Shangshi. Scary news, cool news. The official logo for the movie The Flash is revealed by the director, and the first day of filming has begun. Cool. I'm very happy about that. This movie was originally slated to release in 2018. It had 5 director changes and like 20 script rewrites. I cannot imagine this movie being good.
Yep. I agree with you there.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it could be that great.
There was I don't think there's a reality in which this movie is going to be good. Unless it is,
Yeah.
and then I will be incredibly happy because Michael Keaton plays Batman in it. Are you processing
Interesting.
that?
Yeah, just have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I really do, because I do like The Flash. The Flash is one of my favorite superheroes. So that would be cool. You want to hear a funny interaction between the heads of DC and Dave Bautista?
Sure.
You know Dave Bautista, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He for those who don't know, he's Drax the Destroyer, and he was in like the WWE and stuff like that. Apparently, this is what he said. He goes, "I wanted to play Bane so bad, I went to WB, walked in the door, and said, I want to play Bane. And they were like, whoa, we're not even casting Bane." And I was like, I don't care, I'm playing him. And that is the end of his quote. So I
Nice.
guess we're gonna see Dave Bautista as Bane. Good for him.
Huh.
That would be cool.
I
And
hope. Yeah, he's a pretty
you
fitting
hope
Bane.
he would be a pretty crazy Bane. I do actually, even though he's not really like the Bane in the comics, I really enjoy Tom Hardy's Bane. And I found out
Yeah,
my
I did
teacher
like
met
that too.
him and was also one of the
Ooh,
prisoners from The Dark Knight Rises.
cool.
Yeah, I know, right? It was really funny because the way that the teacher was describing the moment, he wasn't hyping up the scene of him like running down the stairs with an AK-47 standing next to Tom Hardy. He was hyping up the scene. I mean, like the moment afterwards where he was standing like off to the side and Chris Nolan walked by and he was like, he said he was freaking out and it coming from someone like me, I would be doing the exact same thing, but a normal person would be like, "Oh my god, I met Tom Hardy." Meanwhile, like me and my teacher are like, "Oh my god, we met Chris Nolan."
Yeah, right.
Like, because like that's like one of the people I want to be. If I ever met him in real life, I think I'm passing out. Final bit of movie
Yeah,
news.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, shut up. Okay, final bit of movie news. Disney is remaking Home Alone, and the internet has a ginormous petition right now to recast.
Sigh.
What? Why are you sighing?
Ugh, we don't need any more.
No, but like,
We didn't need the
just
6 and fucking 7 we already had.
no. Just wait. Just give, just wait a second, okay?
Okay.
Okay. There's a huge petition to recast 38-year-old Macaulay Culkin as 9-year-old Kevin McAllister and have nobody acknowledge that he's 38 throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
I
Cough,
think
cough, Spider-Man, cough, cough.
I feel like that's the
Just
only way
talking
to
about.
make that movie perfect is to just do that.
Yeah,
And
just to totally make it a,
just like no
shit
one's
show.
yeah. In a movie like that, don't take it seriously because no one else is.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, honestly, no one was ever taking it seriously to begin with, so no surprise there.
Movie news, me and Michael Keaton are the same height. That's my
Wow,
movie news.
dude, that is so weird thinking about shit like that because I always think of these people as on a pedestal. I guess that whenever I would meet them, I would just be kind of looking up to them, and then I think about how I'm 6 inches taller than Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, that is kinda funny.
I know. I'm just like, whoa, holy shit, this guy is like a god to me, but he's like mini. I
Tiny.
really hope I meet him one day and I could play this clip for him.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to get into what we watching?
Yeah, sure.
All right, word. As usual, I'm gonna be talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier and Invincible because they're weekly releases. This last episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier was fucking amazing. I want you to start watching the show right now. I don't know why you're not. It's
I
stupid.
might actually soon because I'm almost done with Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Dude, I thought you were finished that like months ago.
No.
Jack.
Well, okay, so I was watching it every night with my older brother, and then I went up to college and I tried to watch a little bit of it, but unfortunately we left off at like a pretty boring middle ground. And so I didn't watch much of it, and then I came back home and started watching it again with my older brother, and now we have like 2 episodes left that we have to finish tonight because I'm going camping tomorrow. So
Awesome. I'm proud of you.
yeah, so I'm gonna finish that tonight.
Yeah. Falcon and Winter Soldier is only 6 episodes, and the final episode is this week, Friday. So get excited, I guess.
Chill.
Yeah. I'm very excited for it. I think it's awesome. I think
Yeah.
in the show is one of the best written villains in the Marvel universe, I guess. He's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. Invincible was really fucking good. I literally cannot recommend that show enough to anyone who's watching unless you're over the age of like 12, because if you're under 12 you
Yeah.
might cry. Have you watched Invincible yet?
No. But I did see. Unfortunately, I kind of ruined the like
The
surprise.
moment?
This is actually a story. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna
Jack.
send you the video though. Do you watch Corridor Digital?
Are they the ones that like have uh like graphics people come in and talk about good CGI and shit and like
Yeah.
oh no, I know what video you're talking about now. They brought an animator in and he talked about how good the animation was in Invincible, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
I just
watched
linked it.
I watched that exact video. And you saw that and you saw they crushed the head.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mhm.
I watched this exact video. Damn it.
Yeah. That
Yes.
is a that's I didn't realize that that's what Invincible looked like. I wouldn't have watched it if I knew they were gonna
I
spoil
know
it,
that.
but
Okay, now I
it
can
was
talk about that. I'm very happy that.
yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not happy that you got spoiled, but I'm happy that I can now
Yeah,
talk
I do
about
wanna
it.
watch it at some point
It's
still.
I I I remember the exact feeling I was thinking whenever I was just sitting there. I was like, "Oh, this is a little cute like kids show." I probably won't
Mhm.
continue it after this, but it's fun to see that there's gonna original creations out there for kids. And then 20 minutes in the episode, you're just kind of like chilling. You hit the credits, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I probably won't go into the next episode." And then the credits cut away, and Ultraman comes in and just fucking goes to town on everyone in the room. And I'm just sitting there with my
Yeah.
fucking jaw dropped, like, "Oh my god!" I just saw the fucking Flash get his eye popped out of his head.
Yeah,
What the hell
right.
is going on? It was legitimately the sweetest thing I've ever seen in an animated thing, other than anime.
It is pretty sweet.
Yeah,
It was pretty sweet,
and
but,
it just keeps that tone for like the entire show.
that's great.
Yeah, and it is the
I'll
best
watch
thing
that at some
ever.
point, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you will. I believe in you. It's actually really
100%
good.
if you like our show, please watch Corridor Crew. Corridor Digital is, like, their actual production stuff, so when they make videos, like full production, like, shorts and shit, they'll put it on Corridor Digital, but Corridor Crew is, like, behind the scenes, what they're doing day to day. And they do vlogs and shit, but, 100% recommend that goes. Those guys, Christ, what
I
the
also
hell did I
recommend going
miss?
to our Twitter and our Instagram. Instagram at Mediak Podcast and Twitter at MediakZack. On Instagram, we just post whenever we upload a video. Upload to Spotify, and on Twitter, I
Yes.
talk about life and also shit. Whenever we like delay the podcast, like this week, you would have known on the YouTube side of things that we would be a little bit late because of things. So I tweeted that out. Okay. That's it. I just wanted to say that whenever you were plugging their channel, I was also doing a little bit of plugging myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have 2 episodes left in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It was
Um,
fucking crazy.
I
I
love that show.
Yeah, that fight against that tree special grade was fucking awesome,
Oh, yeah.
and it
Mhm.
gave me
With
just
Toto.
yeah, with like the utmost joy that his name is called the Boogie Woogie.
Yeah, yeah.
it, it is
Toto's one of my favorite
he,
characters,
he
if
is my
not my
second
favorite.
favorite character in the show. Number one being Gojo, purely because of
Of
how strong
course.
they are.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
that
I
is
like
literally
JoJo
the only
also.
reason. Well, also the fact that his ability is actually really cool.
Yeah, yeah, it is really cool.
It's a really cool ability with a fucking really cool name
Yeah.
and also
It
a really
gave
cool
me a
fight.
lot of, Obito versus Kakashi vibes,
Yeah,
that
dude,
one.
the hand to hand in this show, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, they do a really good job.
You know
I mean,
that
I
this.
feel like
Sorry,
should
continue.
focus I was just saying I feel like more people should focus on that because that's what everybody remembers. That's what everybody likes, so
I
I don't
agree.
know why
Yeah,
they don't do that, but
one
anyway.
of my buddies, one of my roommates from my apartment next year, he refuses to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. He like starts the first episode and stops it every time because he says the plot is too boring. Uh, and it just like it hurts me because last time I talked to Jackson about Jujutsu Kaisen, I was like, "All right, what did you not like about it?" He goes, "I thought the plot was bad." And I was like, "Did you like anything about it?" And he sat there for like fucking 30 minutes complimenting the show, and I was like, "Then why don't you watch it?" And he goes, "Eh, it's a
Yeah.
little boring." There's so many good things. Like honestly,
Yeah.
whenever you go to watch a shonen, you never expect the plot to be good. So why the
Yeah.
fuck? I don't watch
I don't know.
Dragon Ball because I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Since what, like, Dragon Ball makes sense for like maybe the first two arcs of the original Dragon Ball, but other than that, it's literally never made sense. So why the fuck?
Exactly.
Ugh,
Oh,
Boogie Woogie.
I'm gonna call.
That made me laugh unnecessarily, but I also have a really stupid sense of humor. I, s- I started a podcast TV show. I forget, like, I don't know what it is. It's weird on Netflix called The Midnight Gospel. Have you heard of it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh, I
crazy,
love
bro.
Midnight Gospel.
It's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah. That shit was
it is.
fucking really cool.
It's weird, and even going into the first few episodes, it's like hard to. I don't know. There's no show like it, so it's
Yeah.
hard to kind of like identify it. But I
It's like
really like Midnight Gospel.
I like find myself only wanting to listen to it, but I also can't take my eyes off the screen because of how like
Yeah,
goofy it is because of the fact that the show it takes place with this guy and he like travels to different universes and shit to interview people for a podcast, and the show is literally just this guy just having normal day conversations with these people over top of like a crazy fucking animation thing. In the first episode, like Clancy, the main character, is just having a 20-minute podcast with a guy and they're talking about their opinion on legalizing marijuana. And the entire time in the background is a zombie apocalypse where people are like fighting and killing each other and there's like
yeah,
giant mutant creatures. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But it's also really funny because they just never acknowledge that. And I don't
yeah.
know.
It's yeah.
I loved it. I
There's a
think
lot of
it's very
character to
enjoyable.
it.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really. Yeah, I feel like you have to be built different to actually watch the show, and I don't know if that different is good or bad. Just
yeah.
different. Whatever. Do you watch anything else this week? Did you watch anything else?
I watched this YouTube miniseries, which I think should recommend or send to you at some point. It's
Okay,
let me look it up. Hold on.
bro. I texted you a lot this
Do
week.
you
I
know
felt so bad. I was just like unbothering the fuck out of him right now.
No, that's all right.
Okay,
Hold on.
no. Hey, I
Do you know the one TikTok sound where it's like uh
there's a very low chance I do not go on TikTok very often.
okay. Well, there's this one TikTok sound where it's like this dude seemingly interviews somebody else and it's kind of like this ghostly disembodied voice and he's like, "Do you blame yourself?" And then blah blah blah, blah. I don't remember how it ends. And then they bring up, well, because of the accident, and then it usually cuts to a different thing. Uh it's I finally I hear that all the time and it sounds really good. And it sounds like it's part of something else. So I was like, well, I should look this up because if it's actually part of something that I want to watch, then I should watch it all.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. It's called Lucids by Nicholas Podney. Podney. Um, it's 5 parts. Each episode is like, well, the first episode is 4 minutes. The last episode is 25 minutes, and it just keeps getting longer. So
Yeah, I see
um,
that.
it's
Looking at
about
it.
dreams and like going from dream to dream, and everybody's in a dream in a different dreamscape, quote unquote, for a different reason. Like they're avoiding a different, like real life reality strife, and it's about how
Holy fuck.
dreams
Someone
are
just ran
could
by
be
my room and
reality.
slammed on the door.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
creepy.
that scared me.
But it's just about like dreams and shit, mostly, pretty much all. But
Did you hear
the
that? That was
characters
pretty
too are
loud.
all in their voice. I see a spike in the thing, but I didn't hear it.
Might have been me going, oh fuck. But
Oh, that might be it.
yeah, I pulled up the synopsis for Lucids. It is Benjamin and Oliver have awoken to find out the past 15 years of their life have been nothing more than a dream. Jasper has discovered that an entire cult formed around him in 1997. Is that right? That seems really weird. Oh no, there's more to it. Okay, I fucked up. All right, I'm gonna start the sentence again. Jasper has discovered that an entire cult formed around his 1977 Pampers commercial was simply to take his identity, and Miss Hills reveals that Jasper Prime is in fact the lost memory of her son Quinn. Now they come together in a sci-fi existential comedic mystery.
Yeah. and it's every character is played by the same dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow, and they all have different voices. Like sometimes, like the woman Mrs. Hills is voiced by I think his mom,
But
and
it's
so it's
still
like
him.
he's talking, but her voice is coming out. So it's really interesting. And it's written, directed, produced, acted in, scored, all by this one dude.
That's awesome. That's super
Yeah,
impressive. I made my own score
100%,
for
100% recommend
mine,
it.
by the way, just saying.
What's up?
I made my own score for my video
Oh,
by
oh.
taking other people's scores and mixing them up. By that I mean like I didn't just like take score and then place it randomly. I actually just like I took the sound and like I edited it. You know what? Whatever. Who fucking cares? You'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but I watched that 100%, 100% recommend everybody go watch that shit. That guy deserves so much.
Yeah. Seems cool. I'll check it out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not that long,
Yeah, it's fine.
but that's
Um,
pretty much everything I've seen.
Jack, that's so cool, dude.
What?
I'm sorry. I was just trying to be really sarcastic and undermine what you said. But
Oh,
I forgot about this, but I guess this counts. Like 10 minutes ago, well, not 10 minutes ago, 10 minutes before the podcast, we started recording. I finished the Call of Duty Cold War campaign. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
oh, that's all right. I don't know. I don't know if it's any
That's
good or not. I
all
haven't heard
right.
anything about
It
it.
actually was really good. I enjoyed it. There were like
Uh,
multiple endings, and I'm actually really curious to see what the other ending is. But I also do not give a shit enough to go through it again.
Yeah. Oh, now all I can think about when you say is different endings is fucking Dishonored.
Dishonored. Did you have to do all the endings?
No, I didn't have to do all the endings. I just didn't like the ending that I got. I ranted about it in a different podcast.
Oh, word. I probably was listening because I always listen, but I just definitely didn't understand it.
Fair.
Okay. Do you have all your corals out? About
I believe I do.
wonderful. All right, everyone, go follow the things that we said earlier. The Twitter at Mediak and the Instagram at Mediak Podcast.
Yes.
Have a great day. I guess. Goodbye.
Yes. Bye, guys.